bullet trains. The second transport revolution for India, after the metros. It is the dream for millions of Indians. But what are these bullet trains? How are they different from normal trains and metro? We only know they are high-speed trains. Of course, they are. The Shinkansen high-speed trains of Japan are called as bullet trains in informal conversation for their appearance and speed. It is a term generally used to describe a high-speed train of speed above 250 kilometers per hour. So, speed is one major aspect. It helps to cover the 8-hour journey in just 2 hours, saving a lot of time and energy. This is all because of the Shinkansen technology. In this, maglev trains use magnetic levitation over guideways and move without making any contact with the ground. This allows for very high-speed travel by reducing friction and creating both lift and propulsion. The Indian bullet train would run similarly. Magnetic levitation, in short maglev, is a system of train transportation that uses 2 sets of magnets. One set to repel and push the train up and another set to move the elevated train ahead. The big difference between a maglev train and a conventional train is that maglev train does not have engine like a conventional train. Instead of using fossil fuels, the magnetic field created by the electrified coils in the guideway walls and the track combine to move the train. And as the train is in the air, the friction is negligible and hence it can reach to the very high speed with very less energy required. All this is very interesting. Let's ask the future travelers on a bullet train how eagerly they are waiting for the high-speed trains in India.
It's a tremendous project that has really been initiated by the government.
हर वर्ग के लोगों के लिए काफ़ी सुविधाजनक होगा।
काफ़ी सारे नए बिजनेसेस लॉन्च हो गए, सबको बहुत फ़ायदा मिलेगा, नए वैकेंसीज ओपन होगी।
रियल एस्टेट में बढ़ावा होगा, दूसरा जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी, टूरिज्म प्लेस में फ़ायदा होगा।
हमारे पास एयरपोर्ट भी नहीं है, तो हमें अगर फास्ट एक ही दिन में ट्रैवल रिटर्न करना हो, बुलेट ट्रेन से हम जल्दी ही अपना काम करके आ सकते हैं और सेम डे हमारा काम हो सकता है।
बुलेट ट्रेन इंडिया में आ रही है तो मैं बहुत ही एक्साइटेड हूँ और मैं एज ए इंडियन बहुत प्राउड फील करती हूँ।
ये अच्छी सोच है गवर्नमेंट की और लोगों को रोजगार भी मिलेगा, इसलिए हम लोग बहुत खुश हैं।
The wait will be over soon. Experts believe that bullet trains should not be considered as a transportation project alone. The bullet train stations no longer remain stations. They can be converted into tourist destinations. Thus, the bullet train project helps in social and economic development and the long run even adds to the economy. Safety can be one of the concerns for high-speed trains. But the record of bullet trains in the field of safety has been impeccable. The Shinkansen trains of Japan, the technology we are using for developing bullet trains in India, started in 1964 and reported no fatalities till date. So, we have reasons to believe in this technology. Another aspect of safety of trains is the signaling system, which is completely different for bullet trains. This is called cab signaling system. The driver will receive notifications about allowable speed, location of nearby trains, and dynamic information about the track ahead in front of his console. Cab signals can also be part of a more comprehensive train protection system that can automatically control the speed and apply the brakes for stopping the train. Some other amazing facts about Indian bullet trains are: the train will run at a speed of 320 km per hour and a maximum speed of 350 km per hour. The bullet train will have 12 stops of 165 seconds each. It will take 2 hours and 58 minutes from Ahmedabad to Mumbai if it stops at all 12. If it stops at 4 stations, Ahmedabad, Vadodara, Surat and Mumbai, it will cover the distance in 2 hours and 7 minutes. The 12 stations that have been proposed are Mumbai, Thane, Virar, Boisar, Vapi, Bilimora, Surat, Bharuch, Vadodara, Anand, Ahmedabad and Sabarmati. The train will require a cleaning time of 4 hours after running for 20 hours. The railways will run 35 bullet trains when it starts its operations, with about 70 trips per day. It plans to increase the number to 105 trains by 2050. A 21-kilometer long tunnel will be built on the train between Boisar and Bandra Kurla complex in Mumbai, of which 7 kilometers will be under the sea. Initially, the train will have 10 coaches with a total seating capacity of 750 passengers. Later, it is proposed to have 16 coaches with a seating capacity of 1,250 passengers.
Namaskar and a very warm welcome to the show. I am Neha Tripathi. Today we are here to discuss about the bullet train revolution coming soon in India. We have with us Mr. Achal Khare. He is the Managing Director of National High Speed Rail Corporation Limited. It is the agency implementing the high-speed train corridor between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. Welcome to the show, Mr. Khare. Our viewers would like to know, when are we taking the first ride in our own bullet train?
See, our effort is to do the first limited sections somewhere in 2022, to be precise 15th August 2022. That may be for trial purpose because the time is short. And after that, the full project right now is we are targeting for December 23.
Okay.
So definitely we hope if not very precise, but at least in couple of years, definitely it is going to be a reality.
Great. So the project was launched in 2017. So how much work has been done till now?
See, 2017 we take launching date as the inaugural date of when both Modi Saab and Abe Saab, they did the inauguration. Now, we need to understand this project is quite peculiar in the sense that first time we are taking this technology. So you are required not only to do the designs and construction. The first phase was to prepare all specification and standards and manuals.
Yes, of course.
So our Japanese colleagues helped us by setting up an office here in December 16, in fact, before the inauguration. And even now about 80 to 100 Japanese engineers are working here in Gurgaon. I can share with you, we have finalized all the specification and standard which are required for Indian bullet train, including requisite approvals. We need to finalize, we call it schedule of dimensions. So this has been approved by the Ministry of Railways. So we prepared it, finalized it and got the approval. And other technical specifications. So this part has been completed already. Second part is design, which is again office work. Now, before you take up the design, you need to do a lot of site investigations. So 508 kilometer, we have done around 1,200 boreholes to know the site conditions, which tantamounts to about 24 kilometer of drilling. So this was done. Then, as you may be knowing, there is an undersea tunnel. So a lot of investigations were required for this. That has been done. So all investigations, I would say, are complete. Based on that, about 75% designs have been completed.
Very good.
And now we are in the tendering stage. So we have already invited 3-4 big tenders, one mega tender of 237 kilometer long viaduct, another tender of 87 kilometer long viaduct, then undersea tunnel 21 kilometer long. These tenders have already been invited. This is as far as the basic office work, design work is concerned. On the other hand, land acquisition is a parallel exercise and the most difficult exercise. So what we did after 14 September, we prepared, before that we completed all the survey, and we prepared, based on that survey, we did the aerial survey, we prepared all the land plans, because to go for land acquisition, you need to know which plot, which area. You also need to know who is the owner of this plot. So it's a very big exercise.
Okay.
We did this, and in November 2017 we submitted entire land plans, and the magnitude is 297 villages.
Okay, yes.
It involved 297 villages. So this was done. Then there is a detailed procedure. You get Section 10A notification, Section 11 notification. Now this all has been done. We very clearly we are attempting to get all land through consent. We are not going for different clauses of the Act. We are trying to get the consent, and I am happy to share about 2,700 consents we have already signed.
Very nice.
And we have acquired more than around almost close to 570, 580 hectare of land.
Okay.
Out of 1,400 hectare of
Very
land.
nice. We have chosen Shinkansen technology, the Japanese technology. Why?
See, this again has been dealt very carefully. There was a committee in Niti Aayog on committee on innovative collaborations.
Okay.
They reviewed the overall proposal, and I will not go into much detail, but then the merit of the Shinkansen technology was on 2-3 counts.
Okay.
There are countries in Europe, Korea, China, they all have high-speed technology.
Yes.
But Shinkansen, which means Japanese, is the oldest.
Okay. Yeah.
They started running in 1964. And since then, there have not been a single case of casualty, which makes them unique. Others, somewhere or the other, had some accident, and there have been cases of casualty. So this was reason number 1, safety. Reason number 2, why are we going for bullet train? The primary reason is reliability. Their reliability of last more than 50 years is that their punctuality rate is less than 1 minute. Around 40 seconds is their punctuality rate.
Yes.
So these were 2 parameters on performance account, and third parameter was on financial account. Japan being our friendly country, the kind of package they have offered for Shinkansen bullet train is unparalleled.
Okay.
0.1% interest rate for the loan. Almost 81% of the project cost is being covered by loan from Japan. JICA is giving us this loan. 0.1%. And the repayment period is unparalleled. Neither World Bank, any funding agency is not offering this kind of repayment period. This repayment period is 50 years. And in this 15 years is moratorium period. So I am not supposed to pay anything for 15 years. Of course, it will keep on accumulating, but the repayment will start after 15 years.
Okay. So
So this is a very attractive package. Yes. So because of these 3 reasons, Government of India decided to go with Shinkansen.
That's nice. What technology or the phenomenon of science works behind these bullet trains?
It's a whole lot of phenomena. So it's a different technology altogether. You really cannot compare it with the Indian Railways or Metro Railways. Everything is different here.
Okay.
For common man's understanding, if you look at the train, now train is aerodynamically designed. Now you may say that now we have come up with Vande Bharat. But aerodynamically designed means the more is the speed. You can appreciate if a bird hits a aeroplane, which is the worst thing. The bird will die, but the aeroplane will also crash.
Yes.
It is only because the plane is moving at a very high speed.
Okay.
Now same thing applies here on bullet train. You are moving at 320 km per hour. So the aerodynamics of this entire train is very, very important. So the entire aerodynamic design of Vande Bharat is fit for maybe 180 or 200, whereas this aerodynamic is supposed to be fit for 350 km per hour. So this is one. Then interiors. This Shinkansen bullet train will have internally fully pressurized system. When I'm saying fully pressurized, the pressure inside the train will be slightly more than the atmospheric pressure.
Okay.
Why? Again, I'll give a comparison with the aircraft. When it flies, you will be having, all of us feel some problem in the ears.
Yes, yes.
Maybe for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes. This is because of the high speed again. Now the same problem because of the high speed you may face in bullet train.
Okay.
And this problem is more if you are passing through tunnel because the environment is very restricted.
Yes.
To bring comfort to the passenger that they don't feel problem in the ear, this is kept slightly more than the atmospheric pressure. So you don't feel any problem in your ear.
You must be building entirely new infrastructure for this. What about
That's
the
right.
tracks? What about the tracks?
Everything is new.
Okay. So that would be the thing. New tracks are being built.
That's
We
right.
can't use the already existing tracks for the Indian Railways.
That's right.
There is an elevated portion as well. A major portion of these bullet trains would be elevated. Why so, and how is it helpful?
The entire alignment, Mumbai-Ahmedabad alignment is either elevated or underground.
Okay.
Now we did it for two reasons. First reason is safety.
Okay.
As I explained you, if the bird hits the plane, the major
Plane
damage is
also
to the
crashes.
plane.
Yes.
Same way, if something comes and hit the bullet train, it may end up with a big catastrophe.
Okay.
It may derail, it may end up with big catastrophe. And keeping in view the general prevailing condition in our country, you would be seeing on Indian Railways also a lot of trespassing takes place.
Okay.
Not only animal cross, the humans also cross.
Yes.
Even if you put fencing, still it is damaged and people cross. We cannot afford this with high speed.
Yes.
So the option was between the two. Even if you put a very, very strong fencing, the chances of this getting damaged is still there.
Yes.
So rather doing that, we decided to put it elevated so that nobody, no animal, no human being, unless he is an authorized person, goes
Can
there.
reach there. Okay.
So we have secured this from this aspect.
Okay.
Second was, in India, land is one commodity which you can't produce. So whatever land is there, it is there.
Yes.
Now, idea was to do this project with minimum land requirement. And I am happy this is one project, one linear project. You compare road or railway. This is one project where we are using minimum land. That was possible only by making it elevated.
Yes,
so it served both purpose.
Okay.
Had it not been, to give you a comparison, we are acquiring around 60 feet of land width only 60 feet. Against that, if you go for normal expressway, the width required is around 250 to 300 feet.
My God.
So that's a difference
Big
in land
difference, huge
requirement.
difference.
Huge difference.
Okay.
So these were the two reasons we went for elevation.
India has a vast rail network which offers the cheap and vital transport service for 22 million people a day on about 9,000 trains. So are the bullet trains going to share this load, and to what extent?
See, bullet train are not going to be a replacement of anything. They are only to complement. And when I say complement, not only complement railway network, it will complement air traffic. It will also complement in a big way road network.
Yes.
We are expecting much bigger shift from road than railway.
Okay.
Because railway is a different class, long distance passenger, it is not a long distance thing. But on road there are short distance passenger, 400, 500 kilometer with good expressways coming, and the air traffic.
Okay.
So I am expecting a much bigger shift from road.
Okay, but air traffic would also be shifting
Yes,
to
air
bullet
traffic
train
would-
because
yes.
time
Air
constraint
traffic
would
would
be
be shifted because time wise from origin to destination will be faster than air.
than airways.
Yes.
That's true. You would be needing a lot of workforce for completing this project. So how you are working on this front?
See, workforce, you can put it in two parts. One is during construction phase, another is during operation and maintenance.
Okay.
Our estimate is that during construction phase, we would need around 25,000 workers, which will be primarily brought by various agencies who are awarded, but then 25,000 workers for around 5 years to 6 years. This we are expecting through agencies. Another workforce will be on operation and maintenance after the commissioning of the project.
Okay.
That is expected to be around 3,500. For them, we have already started construction of a dedicated training institute at Vadodara. We would be engaging them and training all of them before the commissioning of the bullet train project.
Okay, I've even heard about that you have created an innovation center.
Yes.
What is that?
This is something to work on with a long-term perspective. Mumbai, Ahmedabad is one project, but our idea is that we are not here only to do one project. The country as a whole, at large, everybody should be benefited out of it.
Okay.
So the idea of creating this trust was that out of our experience of working with Japanese Shinkansen system, let us identify those areas where our young engineers, academia can work, take it as a research project, and we can work for the good for the country and for other departments who can use this research work to reduce the cost, improve the things, and do a lot of indigenization. So this trust is a unique model where we are trying to bring academia, we as a user, and also the young students. We would like to give them platform to the young researchers and to the students who can work on these research projects. So we have already established an advisory council. I'm happy to share with you that 5 IITs have already joined with us. In addition, to bring a lot of knowledge to it, there is a very good institute in Japan which is called Railway Training Technical Research Institute, RTRI. And let me share with you, this institute is almost 60 years old as Shinkansen, and they are the people working in RTRI who are really bringing all the research and innovation in bullet train area in Japan. So we requested them and they very kindly agreed to become one of the part of the advisory council, and their president of RTRI is one of the advisory council member.
Nice.
University of Tokyo is one of the advisory council member. So with this we have already selected 8-9 research projects shared with various IITs. The idea is wherever we find with the expertise from RTRI and all that this is a doable research project, then we would like to involve academicians, means professors, lecturers and all, along with them the research scholars, the MTech students, the research students, who will get very good opportunity to develop these research projects. Another thing which I would like to say, since Japanese are full of knowledge and experience, my appeal to everyone always be that you please try and learn Japanese language, so that we convert this relationship into a long-term relationship. I would like to see, and I have, in fact, it's not only my dream, I have already discussed with Japanese people where they are agreeing that our people can go on a long-term basis to work in Japanese company on Shinkansen for 4-5 years, and their people can come and train us here. So that's the kind of relationship we want to develop.
Any limitation you see of this project, this bullet train project?
I don't see any limitation.
Any limitation at all?
No.
Are these bullet trains eco-friendly? Environmental aspects?
Yes. I think the most eco-friendly system, if you talk in terms of energy, bullet train are 1/4 of energy consumption with respect to the aircraft, and I think 1/4 or 1/3 of that of road. So they are highly eco-friendly
and efficient systems. Okay. Although it might be too early to ask, still I want to know what would be the commuting cost for the people?
See, this the Japanese colleagues had done the detailed feasibility study, and based on the willingness to pay survey, what they worked out model was about 1.5 times the AC first fare. If we convert in terms of rupees, it comes to around 3,000 rupees from Ahmedabad to
Quite
Bombay.
feasible.
Yes.
Quite feasible.